Okay, welcome everyone. We're here to discuss the expansion project that we are going to be voting on town meeting day. I think I will just turn it over to you. Do you want to talk about it since it's being recorded? You can tell everybody about it.
And can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Just gotta know, we don't have a quorum of the select board, so no action was anticipated, but this is a strictly informational meeting only.
Okay. There we go. Sounds good. Well, do you guys have any questions on the project? Or has Ryan been helping you out? Yeah, I know. Well, you need to.
They look vicious to me,
I
but yeah, he can't read it. You need to help. You need to speak it.
Come up here and we'll talk about what the project is and why. And then we can call it a night unless more people show up. Then we have it
It happens.
on record.
What?
I said, and then we can just have it on record, just tell a little bit about the project and the reason behind it.
So we want to do an expansion we're going to go to the back of the station, 16 feet longer. One of the reasons is we don't have much room. The other reason is we want to make it into a shelter for an emergency, if people have a place to go. So we're going to add an ADA bathroom with a shower, utility room so we can wash our gear for when we get back from college, and a bigger meeting room so we can have people, if people need a place to spend the night, they can have a place to spend the night, take a shower. And the bays we're going to extend 2 bays.
And with the shelter, there's certain requirements that we have to have, correct?
Correct.
So hence the ADA.
Right, 'cause you have to have ADA bathroom.
Okay.
And you have to have a shower.
Okay. And then the shower for your gear, that's something that's becoming required too, correct? Because if you
It's a big cancer policy too.
Oh,
Okay.
being able to shower after you come back from fires, right?
Right.
Okay, and then washing.
We're gonna
your
have
gear.
a shower so we can get back. We can take a shower so we don't have to bring all that toxin stuff home to your family.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
No, I'm saying it's gonna be all the same. ADA bathroom with a shower, handicap shower in there.
And extending the bays allows for bigger trucks in the future if needed.
If needed.
If needed, okay.
But right now you can't barely walk between the
Yeah.
trucks now, so.
So it's these 2 bays over here? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would that be adding on to the kitchen too to make that space bigger, or is that going to stay the same size?
No, it's gonna be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
The meeting room's gonna be bigger.
How many do you think that it's going to be big enough to show that they have to stay here?
I don't.
The question was, just in case I can't hear you, Nancy, the question was, how many people will the shelter be able to hold? And I don't actually.
Or is it not a overnight shelter?
No, it can
It
be an
can be.
overnight shelter if it needed to be.
If there was an emergent, like
Right.
a flood or
Like lots of
Lots
Or
of
lots
power.
of power for people.
a couple
yeah.
years ago, we had to open one up down at the school for a couple folks up in Garfield that had lost power for an extended period of
And it
time
was cold.
when it was
like
cold.
25 below.
So
But now that we got a generator,
That there's a maximum.
they
So-
haven't really said.
I was gonna say in the notes, this is what it says, which is kind of vague, so I can get maybe a better answer on this one for people, but it's to improve the ability to serve as many folks as possible if it's used as an emergency shelter. So that's pretty vague because you're not fitting 150 people in here, right?
Right.
So, you know, it's probably more along the lines of 10 to 20 would be my guess, but I will find that out just because I'm curious as to that number as well.
And what about like, is there would be a place to store like cots and supplies for that shelter included in this design?
Or lots of times they make the shelter the
Red Cross
Yes.
will bring a lot.
I think they supply that stuff.
Um,
I mean, it is a.
But we can.
If it's a Red Cross
Event.
if it's a Red
right?
Cross established shelter, if it's just a shelter that was like a couple years ago with the one we did at the school, that was not a Red Cross established shelter. That was one that just was set up. So that is another thing to think about.
Yeah, right. BYOB
Right, there is
Bag.
room
bed.
because all our tables and chairs will be down here, so we can put them upstairs.
So
But if it's all ADA compliant in the right dimensions, then it can be a Red Cross shelter.
Yeah.
So then they would be able to help us with supplies. If needed.
Look into it, they can
Right.
help you with supplying the shelter.
Exactly. Yes.
Question. Where would the public have access to during an emergency? Like all through the building? Just that side?
Yeah. Just in the addition over there. We wouldn't allow them.
They wouldn't be allowed to climb on the fire trucks.
No.
Okay.
And it'll be stopped. I mean, somebody from the fire department will be here at all times. We're not just gonna open it up and say, here you go.
Right.
Or somebody will be staffed here.
Right.
May not be a fireman, but
Or Red Cross or
Right.
auxiliary or yeah.
We're talking extending the bays over there. That's kind of separate from the shelter.
yeah, because the whole station's gonna be 16 feet. So the meeting room's gonna be like right there. It's gonna end on the other side of them stairs back.
16 feet wide, 52 feet long, correct? With the
So,
staircase
60
16 feet.
16 feet longer, 65 feet wider is the length. So it'll be 16 by 65.
Okay. Do we have any other thoughts or things we want to mention?
What's the heat type?
It's gonna be, the new part will be radiant flooring. They're gonna do new boiler. And then, I think they got a grant for
Yes. MERP, I think
yeah,
MERP
one
is
that
helping with the
Elise
heating.
did, yes.
heating, and they're helping with the ADA bathroom,
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Right.
which they've already got that grant.
Mhm.
Yes.
They've been awarded that.
Yep, correct.
So out of the total cost for the project, how much is taxpayer money and how much is grants?
We have this lovely, maybe you can put this in the notes. Jen did a big finance memo that's up
Okay.
front.
Yep.
You can put all those details.
I didn't see it.
Or she can email it to you if it'd be easier.
Either way, I like email, but I can grab one too.
Yeah. She put a lot of great information in this.
Yeah.
So, if anyone is
But they're asking
interested
for,
in that-
we're asking for up to 650,000. Much is the grant?
That's what the bond votes for.
That's what the bond.
Yeah.
Spend up to 650.
So it's got both on here for the 10-year and 20-year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
bond rates don't come out until the summer.
You can only get a bond rate July and February.
Correct. So we can't go to get interest rates until after if it's approved, and then in July we can go to the bond banks and get bids, quote. So she just did these as examples as to what it is right now, and then kind of laid it out for the potential that we might do.
What months did you say you can get
Just to
bonds?
give people an idea of
July
the different scenarios.
31st and February.
Isn't that strange? Yeah.
You need a bond in between your can't go.
Yeah.
But
You
you
can.
get it. She explained it to me.
You can get it, but you can't get it financed, right?
You get a letter saying that you get it and you can borrow money or something.
You get the approval and the
Yeah.
consent, but
Yeah, it's
the
sound-
financing doesn't
something.
happen yet. Yeah.
But I did ask her that question.
Okay. Do we have anything more? Anything more you want to add, Ryan?
No?
Okay. If anyone has any other questions, they can call Ryan or email and get in touch with him. Or if you have finance related questions, Jennifer, our finance director, is happy to answer any of those. So you can contact her at the town office. So, motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Okay. Thank you.